Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all had a great day overall, man. We got some things that we currently need to discuss that's going on in the sport of boxing. We're gonna talk about Sebastian Fundora having the cherry pick of the year, Keith Thurman returning to boxing, and then obviously we're gonna get into some open boxing topics. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building so far. I know y'all like that motherfucking pink set and pillow behind me, man. Don't be hating. You know what I'm saying? Don't be hating like a motherfucker on here because y'all see me out here just chilling, relaxing. You know what I mean? I had a long day, man. Cut me some motherfucking slack, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building so far. I'm fucking around, obviously, but I wasn't able to go live yesterday. I overslept. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? That wasn't the first time. Most likely, that ain't going to be the last time. So consider that a day off. You know what I'm saying? A no call, no show, whatever the case is, but we back to work, man. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning into that short that I uploaded earlier by Mazuma TV clips, man. That boy been coming in clutch. We had 600 views, you know what I mean, to start off the day. So we definitely on the ball. We definitely rolling, man. Shout out to Mazuma TV clips for the love. You feel what I'm saying? He doing that shit out of his own heart, his own generosity. You feel what I'm saying? So let me let the group chat know that I'm live. You know what I mean? In the meantime, man, y'all hit the like button, man, because we got some things that we need to discuss. You feel what I'm saying? We got some things that we need to discuss. You feel me? I hope everybody's day is going well. I already see a few comments in the building. Shout out to Marissa with the first comment of the day. She said, "Hey, Mazuma Nation, coffee plant in the building, saluting. What up?" Marissa says, "How am I doing? I'm chilling. I can't complain. You know what I mean? Had a good day. I mean, nothing too crazy. My son was cooperating this morning. You know what I mean? He let me dress him. He let me feed him. You know what I mean? He woke up real happy. You know what I mean? Watch his cartoons, all that good shit. He let me get ready. Can't complain at all, man. I got to work. You know what I mean? Put that shit in, went to the gym, made sure my fighter was right before his fight this weekend. Please, if y'all in the Philadelphia area, man, go check out Lions Den 4 at 365 Boxing Gym on 5th and Berks in North Philadelphia, not too far away from Pivot Boxing Academy. We definitely going to be on the building, putting it all on the line. My boy Isaiah Berry is putting it all on the line with a dude with a decent record. So this is definitely a step-up fight. We're going to see exactly where we at. We're going to see exactly where dude at because we definitely come in the Rumble. You feel what I mean? So if you are in or around the area, get you a ticket. Support the event. You know what I mean? I think the first fight is going to be starting at 1 p.m. And shit, we might be the first bout. We never know. We never know until we get the bout sheet. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. You know what I mean? That's my little plug-in for the day. You know what I mean? Let me see where these likes is at, man. Let me see where these likes is at. We got 12 people watching with 6 likes now. We got to get them up, y'all. Come on, let's get them up. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man, showing love to the channel. You feel what I mean? Coffee Plant said, good luck. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Agent 007 said, what's the word? I can't call it, bro. I'm chilling, cuz I can't really complain. Yeah, the notification, you already know how it is. I'm going to blame myself for that. You know, I'm going to blame myself for the notifications not being out because I made the announcement too late. You feel what I mean? By the time I got settled in and I finished doing what I was doing, you know what I mean, it probably was only an hour away from the show, so that's my fault. I should have did it a little bit earlier so it could be sent out to everybody on time. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? People gonna come through and check because I do come on the same time all the time, so people not gonna necessarily be surprised. You feel me? Lorenzo, what up? My boy all the way from Japan. What up, Smoochie? What up? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I mean, y'all see how Sebastian Fundora moving out this joint, man? This shit getting treacherous out this motherfucker, man. This nigga out here wilding, you heard? That man had the opportunity. As soon as he won them belts off Tim Tszyu, he had the opportunity to fight Terrence Crawford. That shit fell through. You know what I mean? He was thinking that he was about to get that big Earl Spence bag. They fake medical suspensions and all types of shit. You know what I mean? Earl Spence stalled him out, had him looking all crazy. You know what I mean? Then Earl Spence talked about he not ready. So now he ended up with Cordell Booker. Is that his name? Cordell Booker? I mean, somebody who had gotten knocked out in the first round by Ammo Williams and all that good shit, man. And I mean, that's who's gonna be in line for the WBC and WBO titles of the world. You feel what I mean? He could have spun the block with Terrence Crawford, but guess what? Terrence Crawford about to rumble Canelo, so it's a bad John. It's a bad John. He said that's Hitchens, homie. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. I don't really know nothing about dude, to be honest with you. Like, is that and this is what pisses me off more than anything, man. Like, he might be a ranked fighter and the WBO, the WBC, whatever the case is. But man, when you look over the landscape of the 154-pound division, with all the talent that's on there, man, whether we talking about, the champions, Fundora, we got to include him. He the only unified champion right now. Whether we talking about, Bakram Murtazaliev, he more deserving than him. Um, who's the other champion? I'm Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford on his own mission, so we gonna stall him out. Yeah, I mean, but then we looking at the contenders, the Xander Zayas of the world. You know what I mean? Virgil, he booked up. Madrimov, he booked up. Bohachuk, you know what I'm saying? Is he more deserving than a Bohachuk? How about an Erickson Lubin? I know you beat Erickson Lubin already, but I think a rematch would have been more, interesting than a fight with Cordell Booker. This is just my opinion, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he not even ranked in the WBC. All right, so he must be ranked in the WBO then. He got to be ranked somewhere. If he not ranked in either one of those sanctioning bodies, that's even more disgusting. That's even more disgusting if we being honest, bro. If he not ranked in either one of those sanctioning bodies, bro, that's an even worse cherry pick, cuz we gotta do some research on that. Somebody go look that up and come back and let me know what's going on, man. Cause there's no way this should be a fight that's being made. There's no way Sebastian Fundora, Samson Lukowicz, anybody on his team could come out and say how Cordell Booker is a more credible opponent than everybody that's in the division right now. He's more deserving than a Charles Conwell. Come on, man. This shit is ridiculous. I even back Xander Zayas play. Xander Zayas is a more worthy opponent than Cordell Booker, if we being honest. And I seen Cordell Booker fight. I don't think he could beat any of them dudes I just mentioned. You know what I mean? So maybe, just maybe, Sebastian Fundora looking for a little tune-up to get his feet wet in the division before, he get in there with the Sharks. You feel what I mean? Because he going to be asked out in a lot of directions that he go in that division. I ain't going to lie to you. I really think that he's the weak link of the division, if we being honest. Not because he lacks ability, you know what I mean? Because Sebastian Fundora, a dog. You know what I mean? He got punching power. He got some good qualities. However, when you look over the landscape of the division, I feel like they can neutralize what he has. And he already gives away his biggest strengths, if we being honest. You know what I mean? He has minimal defense. You know what I'm saying? Minimal defense. Um, he doesn't fight like a tall fighter. He doesn't keep people at the end of his punches. He don't show you no movement. He's not one of those guys that moves around the ring and lets you fall into shots. And he not one of those type dudes. He one of them dudes that like to fight on the inside, like to fight at mid range. Like, he gives up his best attributes. He gives up what God gave him. You know what I'm saying? So with that being known, it's only a matter of time before he get clipped like he did against Brian Mendoza. You feel what I mean? So I don't know exactly what was the intention behind that. Hopefully they don't put that on a pay-per-view, because that'd be absolutely disgusting. They said that fight going down in March, from what I understand. That better be on wherever the fuck y'all filming that shit at, whether it's Amazon or wherever. I don't know where y'all doing that. That better not be up for anybody to purchase, because that's a terrible fight. And there ain't no undercard that's gonna make that shit sellable, in my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Donald Banks, what up? Anonymous said Fundora has the worst defense at 54. You can make a case for that, especially when you're talking about the champions. Marissa says he is ranked 15 in WBC, which is the very last ranking, and number 5 in the WBO. Okay, so that's what probably got him to fight, in all honesty, him being number 5. You feel what I mean? Being a top 5 contender in the WBO. I mean, I guess. But at the end of the day, my whole case is, and look, I'm not gonna sit here and act like dude a bum. I just don't know him. You could not be aware of somebody and them still be a quality fighter. The problem is there are a lot more known fighters in the division that could have been fighting Sebastian Fundora, or a fight that we could, be excited about. But he chose that guy instead. Coffee Plant says, so Spencer's out the window. I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. Goo, get the money. What up? Go get the money. I said goo. That's crazy. Well, you got two O's, so it is technically goo. You want me to call you go? Go? You want me to call you go or goo? Yeah, Spencer is out the window as of right now, man. You feel me? So that's just what it is. Oh, okay, go. All right, my fault, my fault. But yeah, man. I mean, what can I say? Spencer's completely out the window. He made it clear he's not ready. He want to give us the best version of himself. If he's saying that he wants to give us the best version of himself and he's pulling out of fights or, fights are falling through, it's obvious that he's not the best version of himself right now. It's not even solidified whether he got a coach yet. If his body, does he feel like his body is ready to be ready to go through a full training camp? Does he feel like he's ready to, experience some hard sparring? There might be a lot of mental battles that's going on with Earl Spence Jr. right now. My boy Coffee playing with a great word. He says, stop watching from a distance and show love. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. They could easily do it, and I'm sure it's in their mind to do it. They just won't do it. You know what I mean? We always fighting a uphill battle on this channel. These people be watching me, and they'll watch the entire live because the viewership don't really go down crazy at all. You know what I'm saying? they'll literally watch, you know what I mean, and not show no love because they fuck with how the way I break this shit down. They fuck with how the way I talk this boxing, but they pride won't let them won't let them show me love. You feel what I mean? That's the weird shit niggas be on. That's why Nas said hating is confused admiration. Cause you low key that all that hating you doing, nigga, you low key look up to me, nigga. Your pride won't let you admit it though. Hating is just confused admiration. Absolutely. Shout out to the god Nas. My boy Esco. Lorenzo said, I feel like at this point if Spence do come back, he gonna lay an egg. Well, I hope that's not the case. You know what I mean? But we seen that happen before where people take long layoffs, come back, you know what I mean, and completely lay an egg. Like Deontay Wilder. You feel me? So we'll see. We'll see, man. Hopefully Earl Spence get his shit together, man. Speaking of motherfuckers who might come back and lay an egg, that motherfucker Keith Thurman out here back in the mix. Can y'all believe it? That man tore his bicep, was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu, tore that bicep, disappeared, and now he about to fight Brock Jarvis. You feel what I'm saying? About to fight Brock Jarvis. I'm assuming this is going to be a 147-pound contest. You know what I mean? And my boy Keith Thurman going back to Australia. He going back to Australia. What's his infatuation with Australia nowadays? I have no fucking clue, but he's accepting these fights for some reason. And the fight is going down March 12th, going up against Brock Jarvis. Brock Jarvis, if y'all don't know who he is, because I've seen a lot of people don't know who he is, he has a record of 22-1 and has actually been stopped before. Who has he been stopped by? You might ask. He's actually been stopped by a fellow Australian and Liam Paro. You feel what I'm saying? And Liam Paro, now, when you look at his fights since then, he took a fight at 100, and I'm assuming this is a catch weight, 144 pounds against an 11-2, knocked dude out in the 4th round. Then he goes and he fights a 13-10 Adrian Rodriguez, and this is at a weight of 158 pounds. So his last fight was at middleweight, so I'm assuming he's going back down to take on Keith Thurman. I don't know if this is 154. I don't know if this is 147. But regardless, we have a fight, people. And this shit is going to be going down in Sydney, Australia, a 10-rounder. A 10-rounder, definitely a step down for Keith Thurman. But at the end of the day, the motherfucker ain't fighting like 3 years. So this might be, a good, round limit for him to fight at this point. You feel me? He ain't fight since 2022, February of 2022. So by the time he rumbles, he will be coming off of a 3-year layoff. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to YSM for emphasizing that fact right there. He did get stopped in the very first round against Liam Paro. You see what I'm saying? Now, Liam Paro, no disrespect to Liam Paro at all. You know what I mean? Liam Paro is a talented fighter. That's a former world champion right there, so we must pay respect. However, Liam Paro isn't like this big dynamic puncher. You feel what I'm saying? And when you look over this dude's whole resume, it's a lot of unnotable opponents. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes with bad records and shit like that. And he takes his first step up in competition. He pretty much cherry picked his way to the top. Takes on Leon Paro and gets iced. Then he takes on two more unnotable guys with terrible records. His last opponent lost his last 6 fights before fighting Brock Jarvis. You feel what I mean? Then now he's going up against Keith Thurman. So Keith Thurman is probably looking at this as a guy who has a good record, but isn't established. You know what I mean? It's like one of those, and I, it's the same shit that Jake Paul did. Jake Paul was fighting these guys that were pros that had good records, but they didn't fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? So these guys might have had good records. It might look good from the outside, but when you really assess them and you see what they're capable of, you know what I mean? There's guys with terrible records that might come out victorious against them. You feel what I mean? So, yeah, man. Donald Banks in the building. Donald Banks said, fun fact, Keith has not been the same since the Danny fight, as Danny threw a hot one and Keith caught on his elbow, and that's been Keith's struggle. Well, Keith Thurman has been very injury prone since the Danny Garcia fight, and that's why. And I actually heard somebody say like Danny lost the fight, but Thurman lost the war. You feel what I mean? And I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, because that shit definitely derailed his career in a sense. That elbow injury was very hard for him to bounce back from. He's been extremely inactive since then, and his body has been breaking down. Little by little since he's gotten back in the game. Seemed like he can't really catch a break. He's only pulled out of 2 fights from what I understand due to injuries. I remember the first time they made that Sean Porter fight, he had like whiplash from like a car accident, so he had to sit back and heal. Then he tore his bicep against Tim Zoo. You feel me? So yeah, he definitely injury prone. Definitely getting brittle as he's going up in age, and besides pulling out of 2 fights with injuries, he's always talking about an injury he sustained while he was fighting. You know what I'm saying? So Keith Thurman can't catch a break. Pacquiao, I think he quoted he had an injury. Barrios, he claimed he had an injury. It's nonstop with Thurman. So forever dedicated. What you talking about, man? I'm having a hard time with young boys, Mark. Every time they want to start trouble. What you mean? Who's starting trouble, brother? What you talking about? Them young niggas giving you trouble, man. Better go get you a motherfucking Glock. Donald Banks said, yeah, once your elbow get hurt and it's on your power punch arm, you can't get a pop. You need to put out a big punch. Well, I've never had an elbow injury myself. I had a wrist injury. But I've had fighters who, had elbow injuries, and it's definitely something you could bounce back from. You just got to do the proper, exercises. You need to see a physical therapist. That's not the type of injury that you just rest on and you just hope that that shit just go away. No, you got to strengthen up that forearm. You know what I mean? You gotta take the proper steps. You gotta take the proper steps necessary to really strengthen that arm, so you won't have those problems. Hyperextending and all that shit, man. That could be a motherfucker, bro. Trust me. Dan Raphael, my boy Anonymous said. Dan Raphael said this fight is to set up a fight with Thurman and Zoo. Okay, I don't know why Keith Thurman so hell bent on fighting Zoo, especially now since he lost and he ain't got no titles. But maybe he sees some dollars, man. Maybe he sees some dollars in fighting in Australia. Keith Thurman a mercenary, man. Keith Thurman a mercenary, cuz, so he gonna go wherever the money at. You know what I mean? And if he feel like he got some type of advantage, Keith Thurman like to go after niggas that he feel like he got more skills than. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers, he think he got outboxed. That's why he was plotting on Danny. You know what I'm saying? He seen Danny coming up for 140, and he like, oh, he a flat-footed fighter, or I could box him. Say the same shit about Barrios. Oh, but yeah, he never seen nobody box like Keith Thurman. He never been in the ring with a boxer like Keith Thurman. So once he feel like he got an edge, like in the skill set department, he feel like he could beat him. You know what I mean? And that's what he was thinking about Tim Zoo as well. He mentioned that about Tim Zoo multiple times. You ain't never been in the ring with somebody as skilled as me, and all this other shit. You know what I mean? So we'll see how this shit work out with Brock Jarvis. I ain't too impressed with him, in all honesty, just based off of what I seen on his resume. I did see that he has a high knockout ratio, but high knockout ratio against who? You know what I mean? Like I've seen people with crazy knockout ratios, and then they go in there with somebody who's on their level or slightly above them, and it seemed like they can't crack an egg. So we'll see. Marissa said Keith Thurman and Danny should have a rematch. They're both way past their prime. I had mentioned that before. That would be a good rematch, but Danny probably looking at it like I want to get one easy John and just walk out with a dub type shit. Thurman not an easy John, regardless of how old and inactive they are, especially from a stylistic standpoint. Hmm. Yeah, them wrist injuries, no joke. Go. Forever dedicated. They argue with me every day. They don't stop. Like, why can't you be positive? Yo, why you sound like a little girl, my nigga? Come on, dedicated. You got why you sound so butthurt about arguing with young niggas? Like, you all right? You sound like you the young nigga. You sound like you getting bullied by young niggas. You got a 12-year-old arch nemesis or some shit, cuz what's going on? This nigga got a teenage nemesis. Yeah, cuz you gotta tighten up, man. You gotta figure that out. You shouldn't be on the internet crying about it. I mean, you better off just crying it to yourself before you cry on the internet, cuz we don't do that. Men don't do that. Come on, dedicated. You gotta tighten up, man. Don't tell me that y'all remember Step Brothers when them little kids was beating up on them old niggas talking about if you don't lick that white dog shit, I'm gonna kick your ass. He was like, just do it. He was like, no, I'm not licking no dog. He was like, and then them kids whooped their ass at the schoolyard. They had to take the long way home and shit. That's what Forever Dedicated sounded like. If you don't lick that white dog shit, ooh wee, it's a bad John. He probably is trolling though. Let's be real. What up? Definitely trauma dumping. He wilding. But anyways, I hope Forever Dedicated figure that shit out, man. Cause that's a bad John. You know what I mean? Bullying ain't cool. Shit, hold up. Young boys don't even fuck with me, so I don't even know how that feel. Them niggas, they don't even be wanting to look me in my eyes. It's probably because I'm a scary looking nigga. I don't know. What you looking at? Shy Rider, West Side of 23. He says, salute Mazuma TV. That movie is hilarious. Yeah, Step Brothers is the shit, bro. That's one of my favorite comedy movies. Young boys don't even talk crazy to me. If a young boy talk crazy to me, that's because he really my young boy. Like, that's our dynamic. We just be playing around. I'm gonna tell y'all one story. I remember I was on the L. The L is the train that goes from West Philly to Northeast Philly, right? And I was back in my old job. At the old job I worked at, I would take the train to my car. I would park my car by the train. You know what I mean? Because I can't work. I used to work down Center City. There ain't no parking down there, so I would drive to the train station, go up to the train, whatever. And there used to be kids that used to come out of school around the same time that I used to get out of work. There was some young boys, they had the little shiesties on. I ain't never cared. I ain't never been threatened by any of that shit because it is what it is type shit. You know what I mean? But remember the one time, look, yo, he had to be like a sixth grader, bro. He ain't even hit puberty yet. Like he a kid. And I was playing some shit on my phone. It was like some funny shit that I was playing on my phone. He said, "Yo, who playing that?" And he like looking around. Mind you, he still got the squeaky voice and shit. I said that's my phone. He was like, "What you want, old head?" And I said, "What you want, nigga?" And he was like looking at me up and down. He had his fist balled up like he was gonna do something. Man, I took my fucking headphones off. I was a young boy. Young boy. That's all I said. I was like, young boy. And then the other kids was like, chill, that's a grown man. Chill, that's a grown man. Like, young boy, the fact that your fist balled up right now, like, you know I'm liable to take your life off on this fucking train with my bare hands. Like, I be telling niggas, bro, like, you better stop playing with me. I don't not play with you little niggas. And plus, you know, I always keep that shit on me, allegedly. I don't know what young boy got. I'm like, who the fuck? Young boy had his fist balled up. I'm like, young boy. And I'm looking at him. He thought about that shit too. Like, that shit crossed his mind. Like, I'm about to swing on. He'd have swung on old head, cuz I'd have put that nigga in a rear naked, bro. Pause. I'd have put that bitch ass young boy in a guillotine. I'd have choked the life out of him and left him. He would have woke up in the train at the last stop and shit. Like, what the fuck? I was supposed to get. What the fuck happened? All your young boys would have left you all that shit. These young boys crazy as shit. He'd have woke up on the last stop like, nigga would have had a whole power nap on that train, cuz. I don't know what be going on with these little niggas. They be tripping. Like, I wouldn't even take the time to punch young boy. Like, I've seen what I've done to grown men when I've hit them. I'm not hitting no little sixth grader, cuz. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, he'd have woke up at the last stop. Oh, I was supposed to get off at Allegheny, nigga up the terminal. That nigga up Frankfurt. Like, yeah, now go walk your dumb ass back down. How long was my train ride? So from where I was working to my train ride, it's probably like a 10-minute ride. You know what I mean? And I never really sat down. I just lean up against like this like glass like wall they got over there. And the young boy was like, he was leaning on the wall from across me. Like, nigga, like, why the fuck you mind it? Like, I could have said, like, what the fuck you mind what's on my phone for? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's my phone. You know what I'm saying? And whatever the fuck was said was said. I don't. Young boy ain't have a shiesty. Cause I remember what his face looked like. But the young boys with him had shiesties. But them little niggas ain't on shit. They just want to look cool. They see rappers and all that shit doing. They want to be like them. And they punk ass daddies be letting them. You know what I mean? Let my son walk up to me with a shiesty. I would slap that shit right off his head, bro. When young boys come in the gym wearing shiesties, I'm the first. You ain't even gotta worry about nobody else coming to you. I could stop. I'll stop whatever I'm doing. I'm like, young boy, you gotta take that off. Even grown niggas. I'm like, yo, you gotta take that off. When you in here, you gotta take that off. This ain't a public area. You gotta go ahead with that. I don't give a fuck if you got ops. If you got ops, you should have stayed your ass home. You feel me? I gotta wear this in case the ops catch me. Like, nigga, if they really wanted to know who you, like, if they really looking for you, that shiesty not gonna save you, cuz they can still see this. You know what I mean? Some of them got the John where the nose and the eyes showing. Like, if niggas know who you is, they gonna know who you is with or without that John. Mm-hmm. Yo, Donald, where you from, Donald? There's not many open carry Johns. Mastermind said, Mazuma, do you think Crawford will be considered the greatest fighter of all time if he defeats Canelo Alvarez? First of all, salute the Mastermind. What's going on, brother? It's good to see you. To answer your question, I think, when it comes to those greatest fighter of all time debates and shit like that, it's all subjective. You know what I mean? I don't really like to get into that because, because of different eras. You feel what I mean? Different eras, they had different shit going on, different rules. Like Jack Johnson he's considered one of the greatest ever, based off of what he did, what he was able to accomplish, and it wasn't even the same rules as the rules that's currently set in boxing right now. You know what I mean? Like it was totally set up differently. It was different type of politics. It was different type of rules that they went by. So there's no way that I could say that somebody from the '80s is greater than Jack Johnson. bro, we would never know. You feel what I mean? So I like to break shit down into eras now. Terrence Crawford, who goes up essentially three weight divisions, because I still don't fully believe he's fully acclimated to 154. But for the sake of to avoid arguing, let's just say an additional two weight classes. He's already went up three. He's already went up four weight classes in his career. You feel what I mean? 35, 40, 47, 54. He's already moved up four times. Now you want him to do, and this was over the course of over a decade in boxing. So now you want this man to move up an additional two for a man who, pretty much started at 15 years old at 140, but now he's a grown man who's had a myriad of experience in the super middleweight division. So it's safe to say that he's acclimated to the super middleweight division. You know what I mean? Canelo, is he a big dude? No. You know what I mean? He's not the tallest dude, probably 5'6", 5'7", whatever the case may be. However, he's been at the weight class for a long time and has proven to, hold his own in the weight class. He cleared it out at one point in time. You know what I mean? Got rid of Caleb Plant. You know what I mean? Got rid of the rest of the champions, Billy Joe Saunders, got rid of the other champions that was in the division. And he been there doing this thing since then. And he's been standing up to guys who rehydrate to 190 plus pounds. Like, he's solid. You know what I mean? He's proven his solidarity at the weight. You feel what I mean? I said I don't even know why I got into all that, but regardless, to answer your question, I don't even like to get into them greatest fighter of all time debates, man, because there's so many different angles you could take, and it's all subjective. It's like a pound for pound list. You feel me? Um, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think he got a case for being one of the greatest of this era. The greatest in the last 10 to 20 years. Yeah, because what he did was phenomenal. Like, the last person we really seen go up two weight classes and dominate or whatever the case is, was like Bernard Hopkins. What he did to Antonio Tarver. You know what I mean? Antonio Tarver was that guy at 175. Bernard was at 160. He just lost to Jermaine Taylor back to back. You know what I mean? That he goes up and he punches on Antonio Tarver, outclasses him. Besides that, we seen who like Ben Rodriguez move up two weight classes and get a belt. It's very, very rare. So of course that'll be a huge accomplishment. And you're doing that against one of the best currently in the sport of boxing right now, Canelo Alvarez. You definitely gonna get into some all-time great conversations, but to call him the greatest of all time, that'd be a stretch, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, you in Nevada. You from Tanzania though? Okay. Shy Rider. I mean, the if Lorenzo want to put him in his Mount Rushmore, that's subjective too. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely subjective. Like my Mount Rushmore, I do Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali. Damn, I want to put Joe Lewis on that motherfucker because he had the longest title reign in heavyweight history. But it's like I'm putting all. Well, Sugar Ray Robinson wasn't a heavyweight. He was a welterweight, middleweight. But you got to put Ali because you know what I mean. He was not only one of the greatest to box, he's the greatest man to box, like George Foreman said. Uh, Ali, Jack, no, not Jack Johnson. I'm sorry. Uh, Joe Lewis, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson. Shit, man, if Roy Jones ain't fumbled like he did at the end of his career, I put that nigga on there, bro. I swear, like Prime Roy, if he would have retired after John Ruiz, cuz he would have had it. he would have been like greatest all time discussion if he would have rode off into the sunset. Cause I remember after he beat John Ruiz, he was talking about he wanted to fight Mike Tyson. He fucked up when he went back down to 75. Cause my Mount Rushmore is Lewis, Joe Lewis, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Henry Armstrong. That's a good one too. You could put that motherfucker too. Mazuma, has anybody on your Mount Rushmore accomplished what Crawford would have accomplished if he defeats Canelo Alvarez, retire undefeated? I mean, not necessarily, not nobody I name, but just because they didn't do that doesn't disqualify them from the great shit. It doesn't exempt them from the other great shit that they did. They don't necessarily need to do what Crawford did to be considered great. You know, Joe Louis had the longest title reign in heavyweight history. You know, Muhammad Ali, he had 10 title defenses. What was he, a 3-time world champion? You know, and I think what gives Ali a plus is what he's contributed to boxing outside of the ring. What he's contributed to the world outside of the ring. Who's the one? Sugar Ray Robinson, what he was able to accomplish. You know, he probably didn't retire undefeated, but what he won, like 80 in a row. Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler. I think there's people. No disrespect to Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler, but I do think Marvin Hagler got a case for being one of the greatest middleweights of all time with Carlos Monzon, Bernard Hopkins, and shit like that. I think if we gonna choose out of those two, I would choose Marvin. I think Marvin did some outstanding shit, but I think there's greater fighters than the both of them. Honestly, I would probably put Roberto Duran on that motherfucking. Do I got Floyd over Ali? Floyd did some great shit too, man. He got a hell of a resume, 5-division world champion. I don't know. I'd probably put Roberto Duran up there, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, Roberto is the fucking man. Shit, I don't know. I don't know who that fourth spot to go to. That shit pretty much up in the air for real. I gotta think about that. Crazy thing is, we never got to see a true prime Muhammad Ali. Yeah, they took his prime years away. Cause he didn't want to go. Cause he didn't want them to do. He didn't want the U.S. to do him how the way they did. Fucking Joe Louis, right? Didn't Joe Louis come back from the war broke? He came back from the war broke, bro. They ain't take care of him, and I think he ended up being like a doorman or something like that. Yo, you know what's crazy? M. Banks, I was thinking Larry Holmes, bro, but I don't want to put too many heavyweights. You feel me? I was thinking Larry Holmes. Because I wanted to put Larry Holmes, bro. Larry Holmes the fucking man, bro. But I ain't want to be biased and put all heavyweights. But Sweet Pea, shit. Yeah, Pernell was him. Now, if I made my Mount Rushmore of my not greatest fighters, but my favorite fighters, now that's a different discussion. You know what I mean? Tito up there, James Toney up there, Andre Ward up there, and then we gonna do even though I was a big Floyd fan growing up, I ain't gonna put Floyd on there because I got to see who he really was. So, I mean, my perception of Floyd now is dead. Who that fourth spot going to? You know what's crazy, bro? You know who one of my I'm gonna put Lennox Lewis. Favorites. I forgot he's my favorite heavyweight ever. But you know who one of my favorite heavyweights all time too? A prime Shannon Briggs, bro. That nigga, yo, when when Shannon Briggs was coming up, he was nasty. Let me see this. Mark, why is Devin fighting in a Gervonta Davis leftover undercard? Tank has the best records, knockouts, S fighters, life change, Fort the better after fighting Tank, Ryan, Pitbull, Barrios, etc. Facts. Nigga, your name not even spelled right on your motherfucking page, you dumbass nigga. Who the fuck is Ray to G? Ray to G Babek. Nigga, go get your retarded ass on somewhere, nigga. Before you ride somebody's dick, learn how to read a book, nigga. Learn how to read a book, you know what I mean? And go get you one of them workbooks that you could trace letters on, you dumbass nigga. Fort the better. Nigga. Go educate yourself, Fort the better, you fucking idiot. The fuck is you talking about? Rate to G Babette. This nigga named Babek. Dumbass. Go take your little stupid ass somewhere. Put your phone down and go pick up a fucking workbook. Fuck nigga. Second grade. And I know if you writing like that, you ain't reading that well neither. But them niggas in the comments telling you that you a fucking idiot. Nigga squinting reading, his eyes perfectly fine. He like this nigga reading the YouTube comments with his finger. Dumbass nigga. Stupid ass. The stranger said, Mark, who's the four kings of this era to you? Tank. We talking about the young niggas. Tank, Dev, Shakur, Tio. Ryan don't get that spot. All them niggas won world titles except him. That's all one weight class. What you mean? They were all at one weight class at one time. They only a division apart. All them guys is only a division apart from each other. Ain't nobody moved to 47 yet. All them guys have fought at 40 before. There ain't no four kings to this. Well, they all gonna have to fight each other before we can establish that. But we talking about like the top talented young niggas right now. It's probably done for. That's the closest to four kings we got right now. He said that nigga said that's a sad pair of kings, man. Hey man, it's hard to compare to that other era, bro. They took more chances back in the day. You know what I mean? I guess there was less politics involved, not as many hands in the cookie jar. You know what I mean? It is sad, bro. But I genuinely believe that some of these guys want to take these chances. Some of them have shown that they willing to take these chances, but I think there's a lot of shit. I think with the current state of boxing we in, it's all about marinating and waiting until the time is right and cashing in when it's at its highest. So all the niggas with the suit and ties could, eat off it. Shalom. What the hell that mean? K7, what that mean, cuz? I don't know if that's you said shalom alakim. Shalom aleikum. I don't know if I said that shit right. My fault. I'm not too familiar with that, brother. You gotta educate me. Let's turn into a spelling bee stream. Oh, you said it's Hebrew? Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Oh, peace on to you. Oh, I appreciate that, brother. Likewise. Yeah, I gotta educate myself. My fault. I hate not knowing shit. But at the end of the day, nobody really knows shit. You feel me? You say you casting spells? Oh, don't disrespect that, man. Oh shit. Reef Hound says Shakur wasn't a part of the four kings. Skill wise, he's at the top of the list, in my opinion. But when they was talking about the four kings shit, Shakur was at 126, so you gotta put Lion Ryan in there. Well, right now he's not at 126 though. They didn't ask me what the four kings was, a few years back. They're talking about the four kings right now. I won't put Ryan there. You know what I mean? Because to be a king, you gotta at least get a world title. Ryan ain't never getting no world title. Roberto Duran, that was a world champion. Tommy Hearns, that was a world champion. Marvin Hagler, that was a world champion. Sugar Ray Leonard, that was a world champion. And a lot of them dudes was multi-division world champions. We ain't never see Ryan grab a belt. Ryan had the chance to be Devin Mandatory years back, and he didn't even want the fight. You know what I'm saying? And the time that he did take the fight, he was juiced up. So we ain't even about to do that. Real funny as shit. That's funny. But what we talking about, man? I ain't got much energy today. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, this girl sleep. She hear my voice and she go right to sleep. Whenever I go live and I start talking, she fall right out. Look, she got her arm on me too. Shit crazy. As soon as I move, she wake right up. All the time. Yeah, nothing really happened in boxing today, man. We already spoke about Fundora with the cherry pick of the year. Absolutely disgusting behavior. Keith Thurman returning to boxing against a turkey. For real. Definitely on turkey time, and then we got open boxing topics. So I'm just chopping it up with y'all. You feel me? Yeah, she put the lock emoji. Yeah, she be stuck on me, cuz. Uh, the stranger said, "Who you think is gonna win between Rolly and Ryan?" I mean, it depends on certain situations, bro. Like I really hope I asked Rolly, he never got back to me about like the drug testing. You know what I mean? If there's drug testing in place, I think that gives Rolly a stronger chance. You feel what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. But when we look at things stylistically, even when you look back at that old sparring from a couple years back, Rolly always been a sucker for a left hook, cuz. He always been a sucker for that left hand. And that happens to be Ryan Garcia's bread and butter. You know what I mean? They probably, they know that, they're aware of that. So they probably feel like Rolly gonna be for the taking. You feel me? If Rolly fights a disciplined fight defensively, which he's never really done for me personally, but if he does and he's able to completely neutralize that left hook, he could be game. You know what I'm saying? He could definitely be game. But the moment that he sits back or he allows Ryan to get his offense off, he could get hit with a big shot. You know what I mean? Hopefully, Rolly getting some type of testing done. Or Turkey Al Sheik got some type of drug testing in play. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly what Turkey Al Sheik's rules are on this drug testing shit. I don't know if he making niggas do VADA. I don't know what it is, but even when you look back at that old sparring session with Rolly and Ryan, Ryan was landing some clean left hooks. You feel what I'm saying? Some clean left hooks on Rolly. Rolly at that time, it seemed like his punch resistance was a lot better. And plus, when you sparring, your punching resistance is a lot better. You're getting hit with 16 to 18-ounce gloves. And on fight night, you're getting hit with 10-ounce gloves, 8 to 10-ounce gloves. So, yeah, the punch resistance is going to be a lot because there's more resistance behind the punch that takes away from the power. But Rolly, on some real shit, if I'm working with Rolly for this camp, we not dropping that right hand for shit, for nothing. From the article I read, Turkey is financing the drug testing. Good. I hope it's the best drug testing that can be bought. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, he can't be trusted. You know what I mean? He's shown to be insecure. He's shown to look for any advantage possible, especially when he feels like he's at a disadvantage. We'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? But I don't, like I said, and anybody could, I don't fuck with, I got my problems with Rolly and shit like that. We spoke about it. You know what I mean? We had our disagreements. We spoke, whatever. I'm not gonna. Me and him, we all right. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be rooting for him. Like I said, around this time next month, I'll be bringing Rolly on the channel. That's some information I don't know yet. K7, Rolly versus Ryan at a catchweight. I don't know. I have no clue. Let me reach out to him again. That's funny as shit. The last message Rolly sent me is he a bitch. A bitch nigga always gonna be a bitch nigga. That's hilarious. I wish I'd have heard Rolly say that shit out loud. That should have been the bid. He said send the link. So I'm about to wrap up in a little bit, but I sent it to Mastermind. Mastermind be having shit on his mind. Mastermind be having shit to say. You know what I mean? Damn, where the fuck I got 6 DMs from? Rolly a big 140 and he said he walk around 180. I believe him. I believe him. Stranger said, what's your thoughts on the next Cepeda fight? You referring to the Tevin Farmer rematch? Listen, man, I'm glad that Tevin Farmer got the rematch, but this is the thing. Tevin Farmer really got to capitalize off of this situation. Whatever camp he thought he had with Cepeda that he thought was good, he gonna intensify that shit. He gonna have to get that shit everything he has, cause this is gonna be his final moment. He loses to Cepeda again. I highly doubt he'll ever get another shot at a world title. So congratulations to Tevin Farmer for getting the rematch. I just hope he really, get his camp everything he got as if it's his last one and really perform to the best of his ability. And plus, he got an idea of who Cepeda is. So there's no excuse to not be ready or prepared properly. You feel me? Yo, yo. Yo. Hold on.
Hey, Mazuma, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, brother. What's going on? Talk to me.
Congratulations, man. 2025. Much love to the family. May God continue to bless you and your family, man. Y'all keep prospering. Proud of what you're doing with this channel. You're coming with legendary boxing analysis from a boxing trainer. And we respect you for sticking up for our people too. You know what I mean? You're a good person, in my opinion.
Brother, thank you, man. What's on your mind? What you got to say? What we talking
Oh,
about, man?
oh yeah, I'm talking about Crawford. Crawford. I'm against this fight, sir. Big, but he's a grown man. He makes his own decisions, and if he pulls this off, which I don't think he could do, I think they have weight classes for a reason. This fight is equivalent of the greatest Sweet Pea Whitaker, 147, against the greatest Roy Jones at 168, and and when Larry asked him about that, he said, that's preposterous, sir. He's a super middleweight. I'm a welterweight. And I feel nothing has changed since 1994 when he asked him that, sir. I really do. I
They had
really
also,
believe that.
they was talking about that with Pernell.
Yes, sir. Larry, being the racist that they were, Larry and his confidant, Jim,
Yeah,
they was trying anyway to get him beat. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
like my man,
Anything, bro. I swear to God, bro. They're like the old media and all that shit. They'll do anything to try to destroy a black fighter, bro.
mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
will say, bro, that's ridiculous. Why would you just ask him to fight fucking Roy, guys?
Same reason you asked Crawford to fight Canelo. Got him, Mazuma. Got him. Same reason. Want to get that ass whooped. But if he could do it, I mean, in your boxing brain, is it possible? Can he pull off such a 4 weight classes? Jesus Christ. So he started at 130?
35.
Okay. 47, 54, 60. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's 4.
a lot of people they talking about just moving up 2 weight classes. He not fully. I don't think he fully acclimated to 54 yet. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
sir.
Let's say that it is 2 weight classes. Throughout the course of his decade plus long career, you know, he's already moved up 4. So you want
Yes,
to
sir.
move up an additional 2
Right.
on
And
top of
fight the
that?
baddest man on the planet. And you fighting the #1 guy. It ain't like you just getting a tune-up. You going straight for the killer. There's no rematch. If I win, if the little guy wins, that's the only way these fights make sense is if the little guy wins. When the big guy wins, it's nothing. With Lomachenko, it would have been good if Rigondeaux would have won. It would have been good if Kell Brook would have won. It would have been good if Mikey Garcia would have won. But they didn't. The only one won was Roberto Duran. It never happens. So
B-Hop.
Crawford, talk to me.
Yeah, B-Hop when he beat up on Tarver.
Oh my God, you're good. You're good. I'm messing with a genius. Yep, you got me there. You got me. Yep. But yeah, that's how we got to do it. Like you said, use your brain. B-Hop did do it. So he was a killer tactical guy. So there's, but you still say that's not 4 weight classes though, right?
It ain't.
Yep. There you go.
That shit
How
crazy.
where do you put your money at?
That's the thing with Terrence though. Terrence
Okay.
gonna have to really fight like a perfect fight though. Like there's gonna be so much shit that, and even then it's like Terrence gonna still, because Canelo ain't no dummy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he don't got no tools or he just like this big, robot ass nigga. Like, no, Canelo got tricks. Canelo know how to walk you down. You know what I'm saying? He know how to stay relaxed and walk you to whatever corner. He know how to rip the body shots and how to set up the body shots. It's gonna be moments where Bud gonna have to endure some shit. He gonna have to go through some shit. This not gonna be an easy fight.
Right.
You feel what
It's
I'm
gonna
saying?
be like Rocky fighting Drago.
And that's why I always go back to my main point that I've been saying ever since they've been talking about this fight. We gotta take several things into consideration. And I'm right with you. I don't agree with this fight at all. I don't even want to give Canelo that privilege of, adding Bud to his resume. But regardless, with him moving up an additional 2 weight classes when he's already been through 4 of them, right? How's his punch resistance going to be? Is he going to be
There
able
it
to
is.
take a flush shot from a full-fledged 168 who's been at the division for multiple years and has had multiple fights in the division? 2, how is his body going to feel moving up an additional 14 pounds? Does he have to weigh in exactly 168? No, but regardless, he's gonna have to put on some weight. How is his legs gonna feel? Is he still gonna have that same bounce in his legs? Is he still gonna be able to move around the ring like how he did at 47 and 54? Because he's gonna have to utilize movement against Canelo, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's his endurance gonna be with that additional weight? Is his endurance gonna be the same like it was at 47 and 54? Because you remember Ricardo Mayorga, right? Ricardo
Mm-hmm.
Mayorga, he was at 147, right?
Right.
And when you watch that fight with Tito Trinidad
Yes,
that
sir.
Mayorga had, Roy Jones was talking about how since Ricardo Mayorga moved up in weight to fight Tito, his gas tank was not the same. Putting on that additional weight wore away at his gas tank. And the reason why that is because you don't got to train as hard to cut that weight. If you don't have to train as hard, you know what I mean? It's a likelihood that your endurance might not be the same.
Yes. And Mazuma, I had to correct you on one thing because you're a boxing historian, and this
Yeah.
only comes from the horse's mouth, what you and a lot of historians overlook about Roy Jones. But the horse said it, which is Roy. Y'all keep saying retire after Ruiz. No, retire after you beat Tarver. You came down and won the light heavyweight crown. Then you retire. See, remember? No, don't retire
Yeah,
after you win the heavyweight.
he beat Tarver. Yeah, he
There
beat
it
Tarver.
is. Then you retire. Now
That
that's 50 and
performance was
0.
kind of shaky though. So
Yep,
like
that's
that was a shaky performance. So like if he would have went out on that note, people would have been like, "Oh, he knew what was coming," type shit. Like kind of what they did
yeah.
with Lennox and Vitali. They were like, "Oh,
Lennox, that's what I'm saying. But it was the right decision by Lennox because you know what was coming. It was that's true. Just like Andre Ward. There's no reason to be ashamed of
with
that,
Ruiz,
Mazuma.
he won so clean with Ruiz that it wasn't really nothing for niggas to say. So if he'd have walked away, it wouldn't have been as much room for criticism. But you definitely right. He could have left
And,
after that Antonio fight too. But
and I want you to
pride got the
understand.
best
And only thing I want you to understand about leaving after Tarver, just like Lewis, let me leave while I'm losing my skills. I'm losing it. Just like Andre Ward, I'm losing it. I'm going to lose. So you don't keep fighting until you lose. You fight until it's time to go. That's what it was time to go when Tarver showed him, hey, you lucky to walk out of here with that majority decision. You lucky to, hey, Mazuma, you lucky to walk out. So stop while you ahead. But he got so much ego and so much pride, you can't challenge Roy. He don't take that challenge.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I like but you making sense though. You saying it would his perfection would have been like, oh, you never seen flaws in the guy if he retired after John Ruiz. So I see your point too. I see
Yeah.
your point. Mm-hmm. Going
But
up.
to go back to the Bud shit,
Mm-hmm.
how's his endurance gonna be? How do we know that he has the punching power to how do we know his punching power is going to translate to super middleweight? There's a lot of shit that makes it like when you put those questions in when you think about them questions, bro, and you realize how difficult it is going to be to answer all those questions. um it 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 appears as if it's an uphill battle, and that's exactly what it's going to be against Canelo, bro.
Yes. And we gotta go all the
Bud
way
is gonna have
in.
to really fight a perfect fight, bro. Like
Mazuma.
have he's gonna have to have all his tools in order. He's gonna have to have every answer, every problem that goes his way. He's gonna need the correct answer for it, because if not, that shit could really change the whole dynamic of the fight. Like his shit got to be perfect, bro.
And Mazuma, I want you to understand this too about Crawford, the 4 weight class thing.
Mm.
This a victory changes boxing overnight. Now the weight classes don't matter. Now you're gonna challenge a new weight and Tank Davis. You ain't got no more excuses now, kid. Now he could challenge Tank Davis. It's no more weight classes. If he does that, hey, hey, super middleweight at Boots could fight a better beef. If it's like that. That's what Crawford to do. You got to understand, if he wins that fight, he's Steph Curry. He changes boxing like Steph Curry's changed basketball.
Mm.
You see what I mean? What's your
It's
thoughts on that?
definitely no. I see what you're saying, because it's gonna give them smaller dudes a lot more confidence in moving up the weight. They're gonna be like, oh well, Bud did it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying?
goes.
It's kind of, and Bud been kind of a trendsetter in this era for real. Because when you look over, what boxing had going on, like Floyd wasn't really too big on becoming undisputed. During the full
Mm-hmm.
era, like I think he was unified at 47 and 54 at the same time, but he was never undisputed. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
nobody was really, everybody just wanted to be like Floyd. Then when Bud came out at 140 and he became undisputed, I mean, that pretty much motivated all the people that was behind him to become an undisputed. Then we had Devin Haney following, we had Usyk following, and then all of a sudden it's just so cool to become undisputed. But prior to Bud, niggas wasn't even worried about getting all of the belts. They was just worried about getting to the money like Floyd.
Got Al.
So
You never did it. 50 and 0. You didn't want no K.O. Brooks smoke. You didn't want none of that Keith Thurman smoke. You were scared of the youngins. You gave the Mexican
but
monster a shot.
when he beat Pacquiao, he had 3 out of the 4. So he had the WBC, he had the WBA, and he had Pacquiao's WBO. So what did that leave? That left
IBF.
the IBF.
K.O.
And
Brooks.
I think Sean Porter had the IBF at the time. Was it
And you
was
don't
it
want
Kell
to,
Brook?
yeah.
Was it Kell Brook or Sean
Yeah, no,
Porter?
no, you're right. But like you said, they're black. We're not putting no money in black pockets. We want to make those foreigners rich because they love me. I don't like black people. I like putting money in foreign people pockets. He
Hmm.
don't want to make a. He could have did the same thing for Canelo. He could have did that for Keith Thurman, Canelo Alvarez. He could have did it. I mean, he did it for Canelo. He could have Keith, Earl Spence. No, but you was ducking Sean Porter. You don't even want to give him a chance.
Yeah, he never did. He said he even said it during. If he watches one of his old interviews, he said, "Man, I ain't letting these young dudes beat me up."
Yep.
Like, he literally said that. Like when he was stamping Earl Spence, when he was stamping Earl Spence off of that sparring session, he was trying to get Earl to fight Keith because
Yeah.
everybody there was a demand for Keith to fight, Floyd for a little bit, and Floyd pretty much switched the whole shit up. Like, nah, man, I mean, I ain't letting these young dudes beat me up no more, and all this other shit. He said, Earl Spence gonna be a world champion. Keith Thurman need to fight him, and Keith Thurman. That's when Keith Thurman was swerving Earl.
Yeah, but you're in perfect position. Hold on, sir. You set up. Okay. You say if I all right, look, you telling me to fight Earl. So if I beat the young kid, I get you. Guarantee me that and I fight him. Give me that. Floyd, you ain't even guaranteeing that. You say so it's not only fear, it's hate for it's hate for the black race. Give him his credit, give him his just due. Love for the Mexican race. You got to understand his favorite fighter of all time is Roberto Duran. That person is not going to give Muhammad Ali credit because he's an African American. He's not going to give him credit. He's not going to give Sugar Ray Robinson credit because he's an African American.
Yep.
That he gonna give
Like
it to somebody somewhere else.
the only black fighter I seen Floyd really give love to
Aaron
was Aaron
Pryor,
Pryor.
Cincinnati, where I'm talking from right now. Yeah,
Okay.
yes, sir. I knew exactly what you was saying. See what I'm saying? The boxing knowledge is only thing you got the knowledge, but I just got the experience, the years. But you probably got more
Yeah.
knowledge. See what I'm saying? You probably got more knowledge because you in the
Oh,
trenches.
you be holding your own, OG. You ain't gotta worry about that.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about, but you in the ring though. You see what I'm saying? You in the ring, like you said, you could throw them. You could show me even the old school how to do it. Like as far as the what is it? The fundamentals.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So we
Smoochie said Emmanuel Augustus. He brought up like his toughest opponent, but I'm talking about in terms of like showing love to like all time greats. I'm talking about showing love to all time greats. He did say Emmanuel Augustus was his hardest opponent though.
let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus, the dancing machine. What was he? Michael Jackson of boxing? Emmanuel Michael Jackson Augustus? He was Emmanuel Burton back then. Dancing machine.
Yeah, Floyd also commended Larry Holmes. He did. I remember that.
Larry is a monster. He is a monster.
But you really ain't got no choice. Like, like if you, but then he hated on Ali, so never mind. If he hate on
Oh
Ali,
my God.
you
You
can hate
hated
on
on,
Ali.
and then you hated, then he talking about, yeah, he shouldn't have got his ass in the ring. And today it came out that he was poisoned with a drug by the government to give him Parkinson's disease when he was like 30. So that's why it never made sense. That's why you never see other boxers go through what he's going through. He was poisoned like Bob Marley. So that's what you got to teach the young. Don't think this stuff just happened because of boxing. No, he was targeted. He was the voice, the number one voice, even to today. He's still the number one voice, but he's been silent since like 83, since 80. But he's the number one. He got silenced. So you have to teach the youth that no, this didn't just happen to him. He was targeted. He was silenced by the government.
Crazy.
Yes. And you just remember, man, what you're saying is true. Ali is a GOAT, the greatest he had been in hip hop. Remember, wasn't nobody rapping to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Then he hit the Rick Ross on. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great.
Ali
Philadelphia.
definitely wanted to go. I could give a fuck what Floyd said.
What about that boy James Tony? I heard you bring out James Tony from Detroit.
No, I said he one of my favorites ever.
Yeah,
Behind Tito Trinidad, like I said.
yeah, them two right there.
My four favorites is Floyd, James Toney, Andre Ward, and Lennox Lewis.
Oh my God, them killers. And like you said, the number one, I'm talking shit about Mayweather, but he's number one all time based on accomplishments, sir. Based on accomplishments. I give it to Money Mayweather. So I could talk about him all day if I'm ranking him number one. See, I talk about my heroes, Tupac, Money Mayweather. They got flaws just like me. They human. But
Mm.
Tupac ain't hate black people, and Mayweather did. So you gonna be known for what you did now. Muhammad Ali is known for loving his people, and he got took advantage of while he had that Parkinson. They shouldn't have put him in the ring, Mazuma. He was not in condition to go in there with Trevor Burbick.
Yeah, that should have never happened.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I want you to see Vlad, and I want you to see how he's disrespecting these fighters. He disrespected Mitch Green. Michael Spinks is checking him. Michael Spinks a G. I need you to watch him on DJ Vlad. He's a straight G. He's not falling for none of that. Oh shit. Yeah. He put
You said Vlad was disrespecting Mitch Green?
y'all, man, you know he had him on. Mitch doesn't talk well. So when the other fighters come on there, Spinks, oh yeah, he was up here. That was the first guy I had to put subtitles on. He couldn't even barely walk. All this stuff didn't need to be said. Yes, sir.
Vlad said that shit?
Yes, sir. He said it to Michael Spinks. Watch the Michael Spinks interview. I want you to watch Michael Spinks teach you everything.
That got him smacked right in his shit fucking with me, bro. Listen, DJ Vlad, he's a fucking he's a culture vulture, bro. That's why a lot of people don't fuck with him.
He should embrace what he is. Why do you have culture vulture?
He would have said that, bro, on my son, bro. I never lie on my son. On my son, I'd have slapped the shit out of Vlad. He would have said that shit in front of me, bro. Niggas, it would have been shit shaking in that room. I don't like when niggas when niggas make fun of boxers and shit like that.
Right. And you know, Mitch was a bloodhound in his day. He wasn't scared of nothing. And you to dog him out, an elderly guy. But it was very disrespectful. But he keeping it real. He still got his pride. He still got his ego. So he's talking that stuff. But he's talking about him like, I thought you was homie. You giving him an interview. Stop acting like he's just a nutting dude, man. You at least act like you like him. Damn, you acting like, oh man, this the first interview I had to put subtitles up for, Mazuma. You really said that, cuz? He really said that, Mazuma. He said, this the first interview. That shit, it hurt my pride.
You know, he would have never said that to dude. He would have never said that to dude. Why he ain't say that in dude presence? Oh, I gotta put subtitles on this video. I bet you he would have never said that.
And then he said, oh, I didn't really want to put it out. He said, Eric Spears said, but no, I'm sorry. He said he was talking to Eric Spears when he said that. Eric Spears said, but you did put it out, huh? Cha-ching for the money. He got his tongue then, like, yeah. So you is trying to exploit people. You told on yourself, boy. You can't even hold the line. You might as well embrace the culture virtual that you are. I would respect him more if you did that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ain't no respect, but you know, Mastermind got dementia. Ali started hip hop. That's what the comments say, Mazuma.
Yeah, that's Slime talking to you. He not saying he literally started hip hop. He talking about how like Ali used to rhyme and shit. How he used to.
He right. I do got
them little poems where he rhymed and shit.
Hey, they was like
and the poking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ali used to be in his bag.
Hey, but my man Slime right on point. I do tell people I was born with Alzheimer's. You feel me? But
no.
But no, it's just because I be forgetting. Man, when I leave the house, Mazuma, I can't never find the keys. I just lost my card at work, man. They was laughing. They said, "Do you remember where you parked at?" They said, "Yo, Mastermind, that's your mugshot." Hey, they getting me. They roasting me. Much love to your comment section, man. Keep roasting. I love them. I love everybody up in here. We ain't no being disrespectful.
That's not a mugshot.
No, that's that's it looked like what?
Yeah, because it like you got that orange jumper and all on.
Nah, man, I'm at work, man. That's an airport shot. CVG, Cincinnati. That's when I was working up there. That was a good day. I was balling back then, but I was a little fatter though. See, when you got that money, you fat. Now I'm back in the trenches, nigga, and then lost that weight walking around. You heard? And you had no car for a couple years.
You gotta get that shit together, Mastermind. Come on, man.
You went through some hard shit yet? Your adult life been cool, or you went through that? You ain't went through no poverty or nothing.
I've been doing well. If we talking like, I'm not gonna say poverty.
Mm-hmm.
In my early 20s, yeah, but like since we got the gym going and all that shit, and I got my job on the side that I be getting into, I don't really be having that trouble. It's been more about like my health and shit like that.
Yeah, keep your heart, man. Keep your heart good, because you got a pure heart. You go off You go off of your good intentions. You ain't no bad guy. So, you
You
know,
know,
but
yeah,
me,
it been the health issues that's shit. But like money wise, I've been cool.
well, you know, you got my prayers, man. I'm praying for you and your whole family. You know what I mean? So everybody in your family, I pray for
Yeah. Everything good, but the reason
them.
why I had to stop boxing and shit, that should still be fucking with me. Only when I don't take care of it though. So it really just be me bullshitting. You heard? So
Hey, so yeah, I had lost my life in like 2022, right? So I thought Jesus was the only one resurrected. So I didn't got resurrected like that damn song Kendrick made.
the
So
hell you mean you lost your life?
man, I had a bad accident with Zoom. Oh my God, out of here, Jack.
What?
Accident, yes sir, out of here. Came all the way back, man. You know what I'm saying? No, nothing. Lost everything. Lost my, my physical ability and my career. You know, I had a career right in that picture. That's why I use a picture. But now it's the resurrection. I'm back. But coming back to life, I learned to be more humble. I was humble. I always had God there. That's probably why He saved me. But now I know I got to be humble and give. You got to give to receive. So you give people stuff like say you give a bum 50, you probably make 250 off of it. That's how the world works
Hmm.
with good intentions.
Well, if you came back, that mean that your purpose ain't done yet on Earth. You feel me?
Right, right. We got to influence the kid. Like you said, we got to teach him what's going on. With Mayweather, he's still here.
Everybody purpose different, my brother. So until you done serving your purpose, God gonna keep you here. If it ain't your time, it ain't your time. I learned that shit too, bro. I almost passed away back in what was it? When I first got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, I
You
bled
young.
out. Yeah, I almost passed away. And
All
back in
the
like
life.
20, this was before the pandemic, so this is either 2018 or 2019. I practically bled out. I had to do like 4 blood transfusions.
Damn.
I had no hemoglobin in my body. I was hospitalized for like 2 weeks, and I felt that near death experience, bro. And that's real humbling. You know what I mean? And that shit real, bro. Like if it ain't your time to go, you know what I mean, it ain't your time to go, cuz and since done, I became an established boxing coach. You know what I mean, I'm a father and all that shit, bro. If I'd have
You
passed right there,
congratulations, brother. What you got, a daughter or son?
I got a son, I got 1 year old.
Hey, congratulations, man. Well,
You
know
ain't
he
never seen my 1 year old. Hold on. I
that's
thought you
good,
seen
man.
my one
Yeah,
year
you
old
know your
before.
baby picture before. I done seen it. You know, it's been a minute since I've been proud of you, man. Just keep on, like you said. But you super young, man. So tell me, what is the
You
symptom?
see him?
Oh, I see him. Yeah, I see him on your phone. Yeah, look at him.
That was me and him on FaceTime.
He look like a gentleman, don't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
boy. He just white. He does a little. He whiter than me.
So tell me what is it about this thing? Was it slowly or did it hit you all at once? How was it?
It was slowly. So I didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know why I was feeling the way I felt. I just had a lot of weird symptoms, like in and out of the bathroom, and then like uh, it was just bad, bro. And the next thing you know, I'm bleeding out, bro. Like just bleeding out from constantly using the restroom and shit.
Oh, when you use the restroom, blood coming out?
Yeah, bro. Not to
Oh,
be too crazy, but if y'all look up ulcerative colitis, that's what it is. You feel me? So I was noticing that I'm losing weight drastically.
mm.
This is while I was still boxing.
Wow.
So bro, I went from being like in great shape to bro, I had to stop a sparring session because I was 2 rounds in and I couldn't breathe no more. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like I could do 6, 7, 8 rounds easy.
Mm.
I was uh in denial that something was wrong with me. And
How old is you?
I had my coaches. I had a coach of mine that I still haven't talked to this day. like questioning my heart and all this shit, telling me that, yo, man, what you ain't got the heart for this shit no more. Whole time I'm suffering from a chronic illness that wasn't diagnosed yet.
Right. That
You
was
know
a
what
bit.
I'm saying? So I ended up being hospitalized. They couldn't figure out what was going on. I just know I had no more hemoglobin in my body. And they said that if I would have stood out the hospital for 2 more days, I would have went into shock and I would have ultimately passed away. The only reason why I had went to the hospital was because my best friend mother, Nina, no, Lena, I'm sorry, Lena with an O. I was at my best friend pool party and she was like, yo, why you look so pale? Why you so pale? Like, why your lips so white? I was like, oh, what you talking about? Like, oh, you not sick? No, I'm all right. Whole time I'm just capping. I just didn't want to believe that I was feeling the way that I was feeling. So my mom kept bugging me. I went to the hospital. When I went to the hospital, that's like when everything like fell apart for me. I had trouble moving. I couldn't get up out of that bed. You know what I mean? It was like all the strength that I had left once I got to that hospital, it just went away. I don't know what it was. I can't explain what it was. But next thing you know, I'm being hooked up to IVs and they like emergency blood transfusions, all that shit. And I'm like in and out of consciousness. Like, bro, I went through that shit, bro. Like I went through that shit.
So, how soon after the sparring session did you go to the hospital?
I can't even call it. I just remember like that's when that sparring session is when shit really started to get bad. And by the way, y'all, Rolly Romero just confirmed for me that his fight with Ryan Garcia is going to be at 147 pounds.
Woo!
He
That's a
did.
good one.
He just texted me and said 147. What weight you and Ryan at?
Number.
147. Yeah, me and Rolly. Yeah, I got his number.
He can hit hard though. I like that fight against he had me fooled. I thought he was gonna win that tank fight. I was looking at it, man. I'm like, aha, I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman, Mazuma.
Y'all got it here first. Mazuma TV, man.
Mazuma.
Rolly
One
Ryan at a welterweight division. So this
yeah,
will be in May, 147 pounds. Kiss, Rolly going away, going back to 140 goodbye. He was never at 40 in the first place, but now
now
Rolly has officially become a welterweight. So that's the info right there. Anyways, like I was saying, in and out of consciousness type shit. And that's when I felt like and they told me that, it's lucky that I came in when I came in, because if not, I'd have passed away.
hey, but about the prayers. Is your fam do your mama and grandparents and stuff, they be praying?
My grandparents are strong Catholics. So
Daddy.
where my wallet at? Let me see where my wallet. I think I got my wallet up there. My grandma gave me this, and what's so crazy? I'm not a religious boy by any means, right? But I do believe in, God and the power of prayer and shit like that. Um, my grandma gave me this shit years back. Now this is a John. They got the cross. They got Jesus hanging off of it or whatever. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if the 10, beads represent anything, but regardless, this is one of the Johns that my grandma gave me. Bro, I done lost this shit so many times. Like, this done fell out my wallet so many times, and I always found it. There was a time where I had lost it. I had lost it while being at work, and they were like, "Yo, Marcus, is this yours?" It always comes back to me somehow, and I don't think that's a coincidence at all. Um, this is one of the things that I carried that my grandma blessed at her church out in Puerto Rico. So my grandma always kept me in her prayers. Um, that should definitely work. Bro. I ain't gonna lie to
Oh
you.
my God. Puerto
Like I
Rico.
said, huh?
Hold on now. So you said Puerto Rico, sir.
Yeah,
So you been out there before?
yeah.
Well, tell me what the Puerto Rico
My
lifestyle
family
like.
from there.
Oh my God! So you had to have an opinion on this Fat Joe hip hop thing. No, you.
I ain't even gonna touch that. Look,
Okay, I got you.
uh, no, what I'm gonna say is this though. Hip hop was created by African Americans, right? Did did Puerto Ricans play their part in it? Yeah, but to say that they created hip hop with African Americans, I don't believe that's true. Now, Puerto Ricans contribute a significant part with the breakdancing and all that other shit, the graffiti. You know what I mean? Because that's one of those are the elements of hip hop. But that hip hop was created by African American people, and I think that Puerto Ricans, were on board. They liked what was going on with the state with the creation of hip hop, and I think they contributed to it. I'm not gonna say that they created it. I think that's a little far fetched. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe, you know, he need to sit his little goofy ass down somewhere. He need to stop saying nigga for real, because what I mean, he one of them white Regans. He shouldn't even be talking.
Yeah, this is why you here. This is why God saved your life, not only for your son, him being 1 years old, that mean he wouldn't have been here, but your statement you just made is about influence, sir. So when you resurrect it, now that's what I do now is pray for the sick. Why they dying? So they not dying. Look, God was there before. This is what I say. This my line. I just wrote this. I probably this year, 2025. God was here before, he's here with you now, and he will be here with you during the healing process. And then Mazuma, they say amen after I hit them with that. I ain't got to say amen. They say amen. The family visiting or the patient in the sick bed. Like you said, that's all we could do, Mazuma. I'm not a doctor, but I could pray for you. You
Hmm.
feel? And them prayers are valuable. You just pulled out your grandma's what is that? A blessing?
It's a cross, like a little cross that she had blessed at her church in Puerto Rico.
Blessed. You got a blessing. We don't even know about that because we from a different culture. Now you telling me about your culture, the Puerto Rican culture. And for you your integrity and honor had to come out in that hip hop statement. See, that was a test. You could have you could have been a biased individual, but you wasn't. You came from your heart. This is my opinion. This is what I think. You coming from Philadelphia, you're a boxing trainer. See, like you said, we back to life now. I didn't know all. I did know, but like you said, now I'm paying attention more. If you too much into boxing, you ain't listening to the personal dialogue. Because Mazuma giving you boxing tips, and you giving it from a boxing trainer, a young. That's what's unique about your channel. A young boxing trainer. Most boxing trainers are older. So when you hear it from a okay, let's see how a young man thinks. How do you win? Now, Mazuma says everybody could be beat. That's what he thinks. That's his opinion. He said, remember I said, I don't see a weakness in Tank. But as a boxing trainer, you see things where you see he might could be defeated. See? That's different.
Yeah, for sure.
So you see weaknesses.
Of course,
I,
everybody got weaknesses, bro. Everybody.
what so does he keep his hands low? What does he do wrong? I see this guy the
Tank,
perfect.
Tank
Yeah,
don't got the most slippery defense, bro.
okay.
Um, he could be hit, bro. And look, this the thing, you know, we never seen like his ability to cut off like a ring. We never really seen that put to the test. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta, like I said, and I've been saying this. Like I know Tank can fight. You know what I'm saying? To say that he can't fight, I'll be a hater. But there's certain styles that he could face that he hasn't been in there with yet. You feel what I'm saying? So I know what he's capable of doing with flat-footed fighters. I've seen what he's capable of doing with brawlers. I've seen what he's been capable of doing with, come forward fighters, all that. Like we've seen the same style over and over and over again. Now we need to see how he's going to be able to weather the storm with slick, athletic, mobile boxers.
And like you said, let's do it. Let's count it
Black,
down.
black, because you fought Frank Martin, but Frank Martin ain't no slick, mobile, athletic, outboxer. We haven't seen that.
They cashed the money is only 23, Mazuma. So he came out at '02. That's when Ja Rule was popping. It wasn't even no 50 Cent at '02, right? So his boxing starts at the end of Roy Jones' reign.
That's when who was popping?
Ja Rule the Damager. Ja Rule from Murder Inc. Irv Gotti. Ashanti, sir. Do you really want to know about it, Mr. Mazuma? I almost called you Mazuma Nelson, the great champion.
You said nigga was born when Ja Rule was popping.
He came out when Ja Rule was popping, sir. Wasn't no Tupac, wasn't no Biggie. Big Daddy Kane, LL had been retired. Snoop Dogg was trash as hell. That shit wasn't even out yet. He came out in '02. 50 Cent was in the hospital.
Who?
50 Cent. Remember, he got shot up, man.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't know this man was about to take over hip hop and put it in a chokehold. What you said? You was gonna put that young boy in? He put the rap game.
Oh, man.
50 Cent put the rap game in the guillotine for 10 years. He didn't let nobody eat for 10 years, Mazuma. He let off the gas after about he held it down so long, man.
Lorenzo said 50 dropped Wangster in '02.
Yeah, at the end. But that the Get Ready to Die trying, '03. Yeah, you right. He had a little appetizer in '02. You right. But that don't that prove Ja Rule was popping? If he dropped Wangster, it wouldn't even be relevant for him to drop Wangster if Ja Rule wasn't popping. Wangster is about Ja Rule. Got him. He proving my point. Got him. Youngins can't mess with me. That's why you got to have an old bet on here. Mug shot.
Power of the Dollar by 50 Cent.
There it is. Straight killer. God was with him. He could have died, Mazuma. Remember, if he wasn't in the car ducking down, the bullet, like he said, it would have took his whole face off. That was a 4.5. But luckily, he was in the car ducking down. That's why he got hit all them times and survived, Mazuma. You got to talk to an OG to understand what really happened. It wasn't a movie. He didn't just turn and get shot in the jaw. No. If he got shot in the jaw, it would have blew his head off. If that really happened. He got hit with a big boy. But he was in the back of his grandma's car. Dude ain't had a heart to walk up on him, Mazuma. This is Curtis Jackson. God kept him alive so he could take over the whole hip-hop industry.
Yeah, like I said, bro, if your purpose not served yet, it ain't your time to go.
Yes. And you see how he did it? You don't be a hit man, sir. You just get the money. Let the hits come at you, Mazuma. You don't put hits out on people. You want to be free so you can see your family. But once you start putting hits out, this gets you incarcerated for life. And you're not going to be able to even afford an attorney because they're going to freeze your assets, sir. So 50 went in defensive mode. That's why he had the police surrounding him. '03, sir. '03, 10 million records sold. You put the whole police force around you. Ain't nobody going to think about killing you, Mazuma. This is how Young Dolph survives. Put the police force around you. This is how Nipsey Hussle survives. Put the LAPD around you. No, but if you put gangbangers around you, you're asking to be murdered. You must think psychological that you boxing. This is game. You know how it is. You in it to win it. 50 still here today, Mazuma. Them young guys gone. Fine, gone. 26. 50 about to be 50. He my age. So that show you how young I am. If I'm 50, hey, shit, we balling, ain't we? If one of us got it, some of us got it. Whatever the saying is. He's still here. The prayers. He had a grandma. He never showed. His grandpa just passed away about 3 months ago. He showed him. Survival, Mazuma. It ain't about being the toughest. It's about being the smartest. He didn't go after them guys that shot him. It wasn't about retaliation. It's about, I'm about to be rich, bitch. Right? Feel me?
Yeah.
That's you. You coming out of here, you got your son just like him. Little Curtis Jr. Now, he just wrote his Curtis Jr. out the wheel, Mazuma. This year, 2025. You kept running your mouth. You kept running your mouth, boy. Now you done cost yourself $150 million, Mazuma. 150. Because you kept running your mouth. You listening to your mama, Mazuma. Stop listening to her. He's your father. You got to game him. You got to be like him. Manipulate your daddy. Don't go at him like your mama. If you want to get paid, manipulate. Hey, daddy, I love you, pops, forever. That's 500 million in the wheel. You feel me? He said, hey, 50, hey, Mazuma, 50, he only gave me 8,000 a month for child support. Man, he's a bum. He be sitting on $10 million a month, but he only give his son 8,000. That's how he talk. That's why you got rolled out of the wheel.
I fucking wish I was getting $8,000 a month.
Thank you. Nothing tax free, cuz.
That's $96,000 a year.
That's tax free though. Remember, if you making 96,000, you paying taxes on that. Just think if you got a job making 96, so you probably bring home about what 78, 80.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the high end. You know what I mean? You ain't. I'm giving you that. You 78, but you talking about 96 tax free. You fuck with 50, man. This nigga could put you in the movie. You his firstborn, just like your son now. Just imagine you sitting on 500 million when you 50, and your son 25. Come on, man. You gonna put him in whatever that, just like LeBron James. That's what he doing. Curtis Jackson Jr. is LeBron James' son Jr. Not same person, right?
They're in the same situation, but they handling shit different.
One couple married and one couple divorced. Well, I mean, one couple never was married. Single mom brainwashed them.
Mm-hmm.
Single mom brainwashed. So don't let the women trick you out the bag. Deontay Wilder got tricked out of her whole entire career by a bad red bone from New York. She did the Robin Givens thing. I applaud her. I applaud her for destroying that man's career. But he should have been smarter. But from her aspects, if I'm on her team, if I'm her coach, I'm like, we walked away with the trophy. We got the bag. See, Travis Hunter is the same way, sir. Stop being biased. Who team? If she my sister, take him for everything. Make sure. Tell him this. If he don't marry, if he comes with a prenup, no marriage. That's how you break their pockets. I don't even want tell that nigga you don't even want to get married if you don't put if you put a prenup up. Yeah, we playing hardball here, Mazuma. We take all the money. Crawford got a good wife. He got a good, beautiful wife. That's why.
What you think about Tank comments about her?
He want her. He jealous. He looking at. Oh, look at the curve. What he say? What Tank say? I don't know.
He said that she 380.
Okay. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. Although you gotta just sit. When did he say that? How long ago?
Probably like a week or two ago. What was it? Like a week ago he said that shit.
Did Crawford come back with anything?
Crawford like pretty much ignored it. He was like, I got bigger fish to fry. Like he pretty much said like fuck this nigga, pretty much.
No, that's the fighting words, right? You can fight him off of that, right? Talking about your wife 380. She ain't no 380, man. I don't think. Is she? I don't know. What she look like? She said
she a big girl. She a little big John.
I'm talking about a nice, pretty big thing, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's subjective. I don't know. You know what I mean? She ain't my type, but you know what I mean? She probably look up to somebody else.
From 1 to 10, what would you give?
Oh, don't do that.
Okay. That's too much pressure. I'm just saying that she wasn't his wife and you just saying her.
You trying to get Bud? You trying to get Bud to come whoop my ass?
No, you're right. Let's lay off that. But you know, some
we got different preferences in women. I like my women that look a certain way. You know what I mean? That don't mean Bud girl ugly. That's just not for me. You feel me?
But you still knock a big girl off, tell the truth. Or you just don't mess with big women.
I've never messed with big women.
Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, you say that? That's not it.
I never messed with big women.
You don't even know.
But that don't mean that they ugly or you know what I mean that they don't look good. They just you know what I mean everybody got their preferences, you know what I mean? They ain't my market, but there's a market for it. I know plenty of people that knock a big bitch off. I just ain't one of them.
Listen, sir, I had problems getting that juicy as a kid, right? You know, you be that peer pressure. You want that juicy, man. I couldn't get no. I'm
That
praying to God.
juicy.
Yeah, I'm trying. You trying to be PG for the kids, right? Even though it's midnight and shit. So look, Listen, I'm even as a kid. I'm praying to God, please, God. I'm in Atlanta, man. All them big booty
Praying to
chicks.
God for it. You praying to God for some juicy?
Yeah, as a kid, yeah. Well, what else I'm gonna pray for? Shit, ain't nothing. I had a Nintendo 64. Shit, is that blasphemy?
Yo,
But you a virgin. If you a
praying
virgin,
to God for some ass. That's
you a
crazy.
virgin. Hold on. So you don't remember how hard it was being a virgin as a teenager? You forgot? That's real life. But Zuma, what are you talking about? You acting like you forgot. We all went through this shit. I ain't the only one. You went through it too. We all was virgin. We wasn't born fucking just because we came out.
Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, keep
Okay.
going.
So I'm on my knees. God got me on the knee. Lord, please help me. I need listen, this is not going well. Like you close. You feel me? Hey Mazuma, I get close like the first base. You know what I'm saying? I get the second base, get a little nipple, get to smell that good perfume, put my face out in them bosom, but no cigar. It was always something. You know how the world works. It was a cock blocking world. And I got desperate, Mazuma. Do you know how hard it is living in Atlanta with all them big old juicy women? And you can't smash nothing. Game just gone. Yeah, I ain't had a game. I ain't know. I ain't know I ain't know how to get it. Like I get close, but I'm like I need a pin. I needed to get up in there. You feel me? Forget that second base, round the third. Right when I go home. He's out. No cigar. I'm going
Ooh.
for that championship trophy. You feel me? So that's why I had to pray. So you telling me that was fucked up as a kid? Why wouldn't you pray for pussy if you a virgin? Ain't that natural? God, I need some, God.
Yo,
Uh,
yo,
you
this,
didn't know
this
am I the only
crazy.
one that went through this?
Mm.
Hey, Mazuma, I'm the only one that went through this. God, dear God, I'm over here dry body. I got that from George Foreman. That's back when he said something about Tito Trinidad fighting Medudo, and he's like, dry body. I said, dear Lord, I don't want the dry body no more. I want to be wet. I want to dive off in the ocean. Can you help me? I want I had so many, I had so many fantasies of what I was gonna do to that stuff, boy. When I got up in there, so one time I'm at work. I'm a dishwasher, right? So I'm taking the garbage out, right? You know the big ass garbage. You gotta take all that shit out. Here it was, Mazuma. This is how the big girls got me. It was a big one just walking. I'm just like, smile. Yeah, I told you the situation I'm in. This girl say, say, boy, you working hard, ain't you? Say, hey, yes. I ain't got no game like I thought. I'm 18 now. I'm a full grown man. Still ain't had none of that wet. You know what I mean? This is embarrassing. She say, hey, boy, I love to take you to the house and give you a little rubber dub in the tubby tub. I said, I paused in my tracks, Mazuma. I said, hold up. I looked up at God. I say, thank you, God. I say, baby, look, I'm about to get up in the hour. I said, it's me, ain't no cell phone, ain't no text, but you know how old I am. So this is 18. So this what, 93, 94. Roy Jones was killing them at this point. So, man, listen, I tell her to wait an hour. Don't you know that big girl was out there waiting for me? Oh, man. Fuck walking home, boy. We was skipping home. It was skipping like Mary Poppins. But remember, I'm 18. I'm still living at the house. I got mama and stepdaddy. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Man, I gotta. So the way you go in the house, downstairs where they chilling watching that damn. It's probably Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday. I just did a 12 shift. So I'm in high school. I'm in high school. I'm one of them niggas that graduated at 18. Yes. I'm sorry. It came out. So they down there watching football. I gotta sneak her big ass upstairs. So I go up there. I come down. What? My bad. My
That's
bad.
big ass upstairs.
Yeah, Dee Dee. That's her name, Dee Dee. Oh my God. She was big and juicy, man. Big and juicy. You would have been proud of my, what I had to do. It was me. It ain't you, but what I had to do, man. But she big and juicy. So I get her up there. I do the sugar ray. Now I go downstairs, right in front of my parents. I hit about all them uppercuts. What Ryan Garcia be doing, all them uppercuts. Like, yeah, I just did 12 hours. Trying to throw them off. Mazuma. Yeah. But I'm trying to throw them off. Yeah, boy, I'm tired. Boy, I'm about to jump in this shower and go to bed. Mazuma, I thought I got them out the way. I got in that shower. You know, that was the quickest shower I ever had in my life because she that big juicy. But she was waiting in there for me, so I had to take a quickie. I fucked up. I should have took her big ass in there. I didn't know I was a kid. All I should have did was took her big ass in there. We could have been in that bitch for an hour. Goddamn. So I take the quickie shower. I go in there, man. Man, now that I'm like, yeah, it's going down. It's going down. It's the big movie right here. She hit me with a kiss to the chest, a kiss to the stomach. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get some head. Yeah. Don't you know this player hating ass nigga come knock on the door? Go. Hey man, come on. Man, I'm ready. Hey, if I was a gangster, I would have pulled this pistol and bust through the door at that motherfucker the way he was blocking. He was blocking my virginity. Right? So I come out there, he said, hey man, you just was at work for 12 hours, man, and you just took a 2-minute shot. Man, what the hell wrong with you, man? That was over. It's real shit.
Yeah.
He said, what kind of nigga take a 2-hour shower, a 2-minute shower with a fucking a 12-hour shift? He say, no wonder you can't get no girlfriend. He start rubbing it in. No wonder you gonna be a virgin your whole motherfucking life. He yeah, this shit, I told you this. Man, hey, that 18-year-old nigga had that. Hold up, G. Hey, I got the bitch in there right now. I turned into a motherfucking pimp on. What you talking about, nigga? I got her in there right now. If you get your motherfucking player hating ass on right now, this what he do, Mizzou. Now he turned into motherfucking what's that nigga? Urkel. What? She in there right now? Tell your mama. Say you bitch ass nigga, what kind of? You just said I couldn't get no pussy. Now you ain't gonna. Man, I said, listen, it was murder on my mind. I had murder on my mind. I turned into that motherfucker Melly, OG Melly, whatever that motherfucker, YNW Melly. I'm ready. I'm like, man, let me get up out of here. I took that back in them days, it was $40 for a hotel. I took her to the hotel. Man, shit, you already know the rest.
Damn.
Yeah, but he fucked up the head. You know that bitch was young, man. That bitch, how the fuck you spend a 40 on the goddamn hotel and you don't get no head? I was about to get the free head at the motherfucking house. Player hating that. He passed away, man. I love my stepdaddy, but man, you was a player hater, man. Doing that shit.
Yo, everybody in the comments, bro, we spoke about everything, bro. So if I want to chop it up with Mastermind about some shit outside of boxing, that's what we gonna do. Y'all niggas, y'all come on the live late as shit, and then y'all talking about let's talk some boxing. Nigga, we spoke boxing already. The fuck?
Yeah,
If I want to chop it up with my homie about some shit outside of boxing, that's what we gonna do.
they scared to see you blow up. They like, oh, this kind of
damn. Like he talking about let's talk some boxing. Oh, let's talk some boxing. Oh, hopefully we get to talk, bro. Like we spoke boxing already. The fuck, like what y'all want to talk about that we didn't discuss already? Why y'all niggas so mad that he telling his story? If I want to bring him up on the channel, y'all, you know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck, this my old right here, man. What's up with these niggas, man?
It hit home on them because they know I was telling the truth. Everybody was a virgin. Everybody know about going through that, trying to get it off. You can tell your story, they can tell their story. I just told mine, so you know they gonna hate. Only the one.
They say you drink a mason jar of corn liquor.
Yep. Hey, that's what it sounds like when you tell the truth, though. How many people could be truthful? Everybody trying to look a certain way. Shit, man, I always had a bitch. Nigga, what you talking about? Nigga, I was fucking man, preschool. That's how people talk. But they don't tell you what made you the player you really was. You won't talk about when you was a simp. We all been there. Everybody act like, oh, they was just super player from the. Nah, you was a sucker too. A sucker turn you into a player. You get robbed to turn you into a robber. You see what I'm saying?
Right. What's he said, well, excuse me, a man had to work a double. I'll be damned to be told there's the door.
Nate John. Oh yeah, Ronich. Hey, I like Ronich, man. He talking that shit, man. Tell him about some boxing shit. They want to hear some box. Tell him about that left hook.
Yo, Miners, what you want to talk about? You want to come on the platform and talk since you want to dictate the show, nigga? Why don't you come on the show and speak what you want to speak about since you want to dictate shit? Fuck out of here.
Tyria.
Let's bring Ronich on.
Look at Tyria.
No, this is what we gonna do. Since niggas want to dictate what the fuck going on this show, and this shit go to the boy Nate too. Since y'all niggas want to talk about boxing so bad, why don't y'all come on here? You know what I'm saying? And then y'all come on and y'all speak your mind. That's Ronich and the nigga shit. Let me see. Hold on.
You see her? Let OG get some stories. Look, see, the women know what it is. See, women are way smarter than men, as you can see through the comments.
Hold on. No, that's a nigga, bro. Thierry Scott is a nigga.
Oh, my bad, homie.
I think.
You're a smart man.
But Nate Johnson and us Ronich, y'all want to come on here and talk some boxing? Let's see what y'all got to say, man. Y'all over here trying to dictate what the fuck we do on this show as if y'all run shit. Y'all niggas not even old subscribers to be acting like y'all got to say so on what we talk about. So if y'all here, he talking about who's Cepeda fighting. Why don't you Google it? Google it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they scared to hit the link. They talking, they commenting, but they scared to show their face, huh?
Yeah, now they want to be quiet. Like, shut the fuck up. Either y'all gonna come on here and talk this since it's such a fucking problem that this nigga's talking about some stories that I found entertaining. Since it's such a problem, why don't y'all come on here and y'all come up with the topics? Cepeda is doing a rematch with Tevin Farmer. We spoke about that already. If you rewind the live, you'll see that we spoke about it already.
And how about your testimony, what you came through? That was important content. That's good content. They know they like that content. So what they hating on what you told them about your testimony. So they didn't want to hear that. Oh, talk boxing. I don't want to see here how you almost died and can't.
Niggas do that shit again. Damn. Fire department crazy out this motherfucker. That guy took over the whole show. No, I let him say his story. He didn't take over shit. Yo, next nigga, if y'all gonna be like that, bro, just let me know. Just keep doing it so we can just smack you niggas with the wrench. So just let me know.
But remember what we started off the conversation was Crawford would be. I think my opinion is Crawford would be the greatest of all time if he beats Canelo Alvarez. Number one, over Sugar Ray Robinson, over Mayweather, over Muhammad Ali, over Joe Louis.
Damn.
Yes, Mazuma. That's what I think.
That's crazy, bro.
That's how hard the fight is. It's that hard to beat him. That's how hard it is. Canelo can't even beat Better Beef. But can Crawford beat Canelo? Ooh. And retire. I want him to retire after winning. No rematch, sir. No rematch. I don't care if you knock him out in one round. No rematch.
Who, Bud?
If Bud knock out Canelo 1 or he take him 12.
If he knock out Canelo, period, bro, that's like
number one.
That's insane, bro. I can't see that. There's no way.
Listen, you come in, if you're going to fight him and you fighting him to win, you're going to have to cut his eye with the elbow, Crawford. You can switch the pause and cut his eye with the elbow. We going dirty, real dirty. I mean, he going to get dirty with you, but you got to start off dirty. You go for that cut and we going for the victory. If we want to win, I'm saying this is from a boxing trainer. This is inside between us. We going for the cut early, first, second round, and then we gonna start boxing. You feel me? But we fighting dirty, starting off wrestling, falling all on the ground, bite his ass on his motherfucking ribs. You feel me? We going to the lotto. I mean, if you want to win, I'm talking about going for the victory. I mean, I don't know how you plan on winning, but I think we need to throw a dirty elbow to cut. Like, I think that's why Bernard beat Winky Wright with the dirty elbow. He split him, and Winky really couldn't come back. He split him early, Mazuma. And by him doing that, Winky was off. He still was a monster, cuz. Mazuma, he still, Philadelphia, he was still a monster with the cutout, but he couldn't win. Let's go that. Let's go for 2 cut eyes, 2 elbows. I don't give a fuck. We going for the victory. Break his nose. He's going to be very tough to beat. He's technically sound, sir. And you're going up 4 weight classes. So you have to get dirty to get the victory. So we need a cut for an advantage, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's your opinion? How do you go in for the victory?
Against who?
If you're Crawford coach.
Like I said, he gonna have. I mean, we already spoke about it, so I don't really.
Oh, okay, I got you. I was just trying to tell them, yeah. But that's how I win, and I think he can pull off a victory if he gets a deep, badly cut over. That's why my boy lost. Costa Zoo only lost because of a cut. Go for the coat. You got pointy elbow. I'm talking about Mazuma. Now I'm telling you the real shit.
You talking about Tim Zoo, right? You talking about Costa Zoo's son?
Yes, Tim Zoo. That's why he lost, because he got hit with an elbow and there's too much blood. He could have died. He could have died. He fought for his life that night. So I give him a victory for that. But I'm saying, if you want the victory, you cut Canelo over the eyes. Just get one, and he will be handicapped, rolling about the eye, losing rounds, and you can stop him late because he's not going to be used to that. Has he been cut before?
Who?
Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, he's been cut before. I think he got cut real bad. I think, but his cut man saved him. I think it was the Triple G fight.
Oh, wow.
Split.
Wow. So he's been through this kind of stuff before.
Yeah, he been cut, bro. Canelo been cut.
Yeah, I mean,
he got scar tissue.
Well, we just need to.
Lonzo said Triple G cut him in the rematch.
That is great, man, because I think this is a key to victory. Is injury. We need him to be handicapped a little bit because it's too much weight he's trying to make up with the fundamentals. I think. Who has more experience boxing, Crawford or Canelo Alvarez?
Canelo.
That's the problem right there, Mazuma. There we go. That's the problem. With the weight and experience, how do you beat him? You gotta cheat. You have to cheat, man. Like
it was an uphill battle for sure.
Hawkins cheated real good against Trinidad. He gave us our boy his first loss. A lot of headbutts, a lot of low blows. I liked it. Throwing him on the ground. Good cheat. But he from Philly, though. He from Philly. I like them dirty boys.
That's a crazy pause.
What? What's a crazy ball?
You say you like them dirty boys?
Hell yeah, they dirty as a motherfucker. Hey, you at the pause age. Y'all got that shit on y'all mind. I don't think about it. When I say dirty, they dirty fighters. You know what I mean? Y'all young and y'all think about that stuff too much. I'm too old to be thinking, oh, Paul, I don't give a damn about that, but that's y'all generation. Cameron, he my age.
All right, man. I'm about to get up off it, man. Somebody, you got any last words?
Hey, much love to the family, man. Bless everybody in the comment section. There it is.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming through, Mastermind, as always.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the nation and the mob, man. This was a great comedic live. Shout out to Mastermind. You know what I mean, for coming through as always with his random appearances. You feel what I mean? Got some great talk today. If y'all appreciate the content, if y'all appreciate the conversations, you know what I mean, definitely hit the like button. You feel what I mean? Subscribe to the channel. We do this on a daily basis. I am tired, so sorry that my energy is down right now. About to catch up on some rest, man. I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that one. Until then, this is Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.